Professor at the University of Groningen, Dirkje Postma has focused her research on the pathophysiology of both asthma and COPD, which includes the spectrum of genetics of asthma and COPD, basic science in cell activation pathways, and improvement of clinical management. The ERS President takes great honor in designating Professor Dirkje Postma as the 2009 ERS Presidential Awardee in recognition of her broad and extensive research in the pulmonary field as a whole.
Dirkje Postma, it's a great pleasure for me to give you this award. We know each other already for a very long time, and you are the third woman who has the Presidential Award. The first was Anne Turner-Warwick, Dame Anne Turner-Warwick. The second was Anne Woolcock, and now we have Dirkje Postma. Why do I give you that award? What is the reason for that? Many times you give it to older persons, and you are pretty young still, and so I'd like to give it to you because, in fact, you are the center and you are very active, and it's still ongoing all what you are doing, and that's one of the reasons that I give you this award. You are, in fact, in a network in the Groningen Research Center, and you combine everything in the department in the Hospital of Groningen: epidemiology, pediatric pulmonology. All the persons who normally do not work together, they found a basis in the Groningen Research Institute, which is one of the most prominent research institutes in the Netherlands, maybe the highest. And you are, in fact, a sort of spider in a big network. A spider in a big network in our hospital, but also in the Netherlands, but also in Europe, and in fact in the whole world. You are covering, in fact, all the research and science, and you have contact with everybody in the world. So it's a great pleasure to be with you, because you always know a name who is very important. It started, in fact, a couple of years ago, and this is a picture taken during the previous bronchitis symposium. And in the middle you see Professor Dick Ory, who started research in Groningen. He did it in a special way. He brought pediatric pulmonology. He started with pediatric pulmonology, and he brought all the specialisms together. And it's a great honor that Dirkje continued that. And I'd like to ask you, Dirkje, can you come to the podium and just receive this award?
Professor Ferkel is currently director of the Victoria Johnson Centre for Obstructive Lung Diseases and Professor of Medicine in the Division of Pulmonary Sciences and Critical Care Medicine at the University of Colorado. Professor Ferkel earned his medical degree from the University of Hamburg in 1972 and has an international reputation in the field of pulmonary circulation and pulmonary hypertension. The Congress chairs take great pride in honoring Professor Norbert Ferkel as the 2009 ERS Congress Chair Awardee in recognition of his strong commitment to respiratory medicine for the last 30 years in the United States and internationally.
Ladies and gentlemen, Norbert Ferkel will be awarded by the ERS because of the work regarding pulmonary pathophysiology. Recently, he is interested in the cellular and molecular mechanisms that underlie the transition from compensated hypertrophy to dilatation and failure of the right ventricle, which occurs in the transition and course of the disease. In addition, he is putting forward the concept that pulmonary artery pressure is some kind of malignant disease and should be treated such. Professor Völker was always a frontier runner who developed new concepts which were questioned at the beginning, but ultimately could be proven to be right. And he always committed himself strongly to the question of his long-term tutor Jack Reeves, what if it is not? Besides his scientific career, he is passionate about painting. I remember that he sometimes left Denver for 1 or 2 weeks, disappearing into the desert of New Mexico, just alone with a brush and easel, and with remarkable results like this. Norbert, please come up to receive the award you merit.